So this, of course, is all intended to do a couple of things. But this is all about stopping and blocking Russia from using Syria as an extension of their Blue Stream pipeline, the Blue Stream 2.
Well, the question is, because I think you're going to interpret this in a couple different ways, but is it who is blowing up the Homs pipeline? Is it Assad's people or is it other people?
No, it's CIA operatives, which is we'd call them Al Qaeda. They are coming in. They are blowing it up. See, we want the airstrikes. We want to go and blow all that stuff up because Russia, they tried to put together, the pipeline that would all go through Turkey. And Turkey is not a good player. Turkey is arrogant. Let's put it that way. And no one really wants to be reliant upon Turkey. And now that we have, because if you look at where Syria is, Syria is right there on the same level as Cyprus. Cyprus has that Leviathan oil field. So we don't want Russia sending the gas out through Syria, but we certainly don't want them to import that in. And this is where the big aha moment came, because Russia was involved with the IPI, and this is the Iran, Pakistan, India pipeline, also known as the Peace Pipeline. How funny is that?
Yeah.
Okay. Have you heard of this thing?
Not to any degree that I'm going to hear about it now.
Yes. So the IPI, this really started many, many years ago, and it was completely backed by the Russians. The gas coming from, here it comes, Turkmenistan. Now, you have to know that Turkmenistan is where they have, outside of Leviathan, they have the mother lode of natural gas. And Iran wanted to, and if you look, you got to look at the map to understand all this stuff. Iran wanted to pipeline this through Pakistan into India. You have, India and Pakistan kind of neighbors. And this is why Pakistan is very important. Now, the United States, and this includes Bill Clinton, Bush, Hillary Lucifer Clinton, they backed the TAPI pipeline. This is the Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline, also known as the 21st Century Silk Road. Does this ring a bell at all, John?
It's interesting.
Let's listen to Ambassador Susan Rice. This is from episode 344 of the No Agenda Show.
Afghanistan moves towards the 2014 transition. We know that government alone cannot grow Afghanistan's economy. So we must all continue to work to create an environment that attracts private sector investment. Last week, Foreign Minister Rasul, German Foreign Minister Westervelle, and Secretary of State Clinton met with 27 of Afghanistan's neighbors and partners to advance their shared vision of a new Silk Road.
Oh, really? The new Silk Road. This new Silk Road, I'm going to give you some more interesting names, is planned to be built along the Herat-Kandahar highway across western and southern Afghanistan. And this has to cross through a very important region in Pakistan known as, and you're going to see this in the news, put it in the red book right now, Balochistan. I love these names. Balochistan, Balochistan. Balochistan. And it's really important that Balochistan is under control. So you watch, there'll be some kind of new terror group in Balochistan, and who's going to go in there? And this is in Pakistan, by the way, Balochistan. We're going to have troops in there because, they're killing the people of Balochistan. This is the pipeline, the TAPI. This is the pipeline that we went, the Unocal pipeline, I should point
the
out.
one that goes way back before anything happened.
This is why it all
before
happened.
9/11, actually.
This is why 9/11 happened, or at least 9/11 was used as the catalyst to get this going. Now, here's where there's a little kink in the cable, Gwadar. You got to get a map. People who are listening to this, you have to look this up. Gwadar is very key. This is a port that was built by China, the Chiners. And
how do you spell that?
Gwadar.
Okay.
So this is a key point in the planning of the IPI, the peace pipeline, versus the TAPI. So Gwadar cannot fall into the wrong hands.
Gwadar is where the pipeline goes. That Iranian pipeline goes right through there.
Exactly. So who runs all the big gas companies in Turkmenistan? This blew me away. I didn't understand this, but
well, you'd think Gazprom, but apparently not.
No, it is run by. I'm just looking here in my show notes. By an outfit called. Where is it here? It's run by Yusuf A. Maiman, and it is the Maghreb group of companies. Yusuf A. Maiman is a U.S.-educated Israeli, and he owns 30% of all the Egyptian gas, which is now, of course, not coming into Israel because all the pipelines were blown up. And he has no part in the Leviathan oil field.
How do you spell that?
What?
Maghreb.
Magrev. I think it is. Let me just check.
The Book of Knowledge doesn't care for that.
Maybe I'm saying it wrong. Hold on a second. I have the guy here.
What's the guy's name?
Maiman. 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 So now Iraq, Iran, and Syria just a couple months ago signed a $10 billion gas deal, which involves the construction of a 5,000-kilometer pipeline to transfer Iran's gas from the South Par gas field to Europe via Iraq, Syria, Lebanon, and the Mediterranean. So we're seeing the real war is about whose gas is going to who, with the two big kahunas being India on one hand and Europe on the other hand. And this is what this is all about.
Well, I don't even think it's about the gas. It's about the transmission.
Yeah, the pipelines. Yeah. It's about the transmission because it's very good. We know that it's
There's no
too
money
cheap
in the gas at
right.
all.
But the price goes up whether if you have less gas, which we don't, so we have too much gas, at least to make money off of it. So then it comes down to the transport. You don't want to put this thing on ships. It doesn't work that way. You've got to have pipelines. So this is why Pakistan is our buddy. This is why, because of the TAPI, and this is why thousands of people, hundreds of thousands of people have died, is over this idiotic business, which if we were all just kind of nice, we could figure it all out. We could do business with each other. Instead, we have to all go and fight and kill each other. So keep your eye on the TAPI and the warring factions in Israel itself about who's going to transport what gas where. And this is why the Russians, they really want Syria. They really want it because they can try and claim some of that Leviathan, but they can also just bypass. It's much shorter to go. It's shorter to go from Syria to Cyprus. And there's a whole bunch of different pipelines in the planning. But Balochistan is where you're going to see the next Al-Shabaab, Al-Qaeda terrorist group. So we can go in there and we can keep the pipeline safe. And this is all in the past few months, John, where India has said, "Oh, okay, we're not going to be a part of the peace pipeline. Oh, all right, we'll just become a part of the TAPI, the Turkmenistan, Afghanistan, Pakistan, India pipeline." Who does that cut out? It cuts out Iran. It's perfect. And a lot of this, of course, leads right back to Switzerland. Right back to our buddy Mark Rich. Crazy enough. So I was blown away when you really look at the map, and I've made a couple more maps. It's all in the show notes, 386.nashownotes.com. And you'll see I've set up a pipelines.curry.com. For some reason, that Bush drones didn't work. But if you go to oil.pipelines.curry.com, there you can already see all of the oil pipelines. I'm still working on the gas pipelines. But it's unbelievable that where all these American international coalition, but mainly American soldiers have died, is along the new Silk Road. That's where it is. It's all about the pipeline. And in order for the CIA to protect the pipeline with their drones, we take the poppies, sell the drugs, take that money, and finance the CIA. It's a perfect scam.
Well, you got me.
I didn't know about this TAPI.
I guess any flaws in this logic.
No. Well, the flaw is, let me think, people like Lucifer Hillary Clinton don't give a crap about people, and they'll kill anyone in the process. And the crazy thing is, when you can get the military in, who's the number one user of petroleum-based products in the United States? The military. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. It's like, we got to go protect that, and we send our number one customer in. It's just beautiful. It's just beautiful. And all we have to do to fleece the American public is come up with some kind of bullcrap terror scheme, and we just keep merging them in. So now Taliban is Al-Qaeda. Al-Shabaab is now Al-Qaeda. Who else is going to be Al-Qaeda? It's all Al-Qaeda. They're all terrorists. Everyone is a terrorist. And that warrants the use of force to go and play our games. And Hillary Clinton and Bill Clinton and George Bush Sr. and Jr., they're running a lot of it. Because
did you see the latest reports about sexual assaults in Syria by the soldiers? Did you get that one?
Do you have a clip?
No, I got to get a clip. I was on the radio and I was driving around in my car, but it was it was the exact same
script.
They don't even. They're so insulting. They don't even bother to change the playbook.
They don't even try.
It worked before. Why won't it work again? I can just see the meeting. No, it worked before. Nobody said anything about it.
It's the Merhav group of companies. MERHAV. Merhav. Merhav Group. Mike Echo Romeo.
Merhav Group.
Hotel Alpha Victor. Merhav. Don't look at their website because that's not going to help you anything. And so it's an Israeli guy, U.S. educated, Cornell, who basically owns all of Turkmenistan's processing and pipe pumpage. Oh, here we go. U.S. Congressman denies CIA behind Balochistan. Oh, there's a resolution. Here we go. Oh, just hot off the wire. I hadn't even said it, and already it's coming through. Well, check this out. The purpose is that we have a resolution by House Foreign Affairs Committee member Dana Rohrabacher from California, surprise, who launched a congressional resolution calling for self-determination for Balochistan. The purpose of the resolution is to create much-needed dialogue about Pakistan and Balochistan, and that's what it's done. So that's very nice. Oh, boy. Fantastic. Balochistan. And don't forget Tajikistan. Now, it's hard for us to think about all these names because it's like, whatever. But if you look at the map and you see where all this stuff is placed, it makes so much sense. All of a sudden, the world just... And so everything you see, particularly if Hillary Clinton's involved, you know that it's benefiting some oil or gas company somewhere. And we're and our kids, our boys and girls, are being sent off to the sand to die for this.